Have you ever wanted to ceramic coat your car at home, but maybe too scared or intimidated to do it? Well, I'm going to show you 5 steps to do it at home to get pro-level results. Let's jump into it. These are the products we're using today. And if you want to follow this as a step-by-step guide, you can check out all the links down in the description. They're going to be all down there for you for your convenience. Now let's jump into the car. We have a 2025 GR86 that has been cleaned by Gabe. So if you need a refresher or want to learn exactly how to wash your car properly, you can check out the video that Gabe did with this exact car. Let's jump into step number 1. We're going to be claying the car. Now in today's video, we're utilizing TRCMA's clay spray and the Rag Company's Ultra Clay Bar. But before we get too far into it, why do you need to clay your car? Your car's paint is a lot like your skin. It's very porous. The clay bar allows us to decontaminate or exfoliate the paint to have a proper bond with the ceramic coating. To start off, we need to break in the clay. So let's go ahead and do that on the glass now. So I went ahead here and sprayed a couple sprays of clay spray onto the glass. And now I'm just quickly utilizing a clay bar with no pressure and breaking it in on the glass. The reason we do it on the glass here is so we have no chance of micro marring or marring the surface of the paint, as you can't really scratch the glass. This allows the clay to be a flat surface before applying it to a painted surface. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our TRCMA clay spray and work panel by panel. But for something big like a hood here, let's go ahead and just work half sections. And you can see here, I'm spraying pretty crazy, pretty liberally here. Spraying quite a bit of product, and that's okay. I'm spraying a lot of product here to make sure the surface is nice and covered, nice and wet. The surface is looking good. Let's go ahead and grab our clay. And I personally like to start to the farthest point here, and with no pressure at all, we're gonna go ahead and work in small diagonal lines just like this, and kind of go back and forth. If your paint is super contaminated, it's going to be very, very rough. It's going to be almost hard to do this process. If the paint's not very contaminated, it's going to be pretty easy. A good way to tell that you're making good progress is it's gradually going to get slicker and slicker. Going through here, I can tell instantly that just with a light clay, this is way more slick. So go ahead and repeat this step panel by panel, and we'll see you back here for step 2. Once you finish claying the panel, make sure to dry it off with one of the ribbon rags. Step 2, polishing. Now polishing is where you're gonna remove any of those car wash swirls or anything that's hidden inside the clear coat. The reason we wanna do this is so we have a nice clear layer so we can lock in that ceramic coating. Now there's a ton of videos on YouTube on how to polish, but for today's video, we're utilizing TRCMA's Fine Cut, a Buff and Shine yellow pad, and a DA polisher. So let's get into it. Got my polish here. I'm gonna go ahead and apply a couple quick drops onto my pad. 1 here, 2, and 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and split the hood into 4 different quadrants here. I'm gonna work in just this section here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply down my polisher. I've got my polisher on speed setting 3. You can see I'm working slowly down, working on the corner here in smooth motions. I'm gonna kind of work around the surface here in my quadrants. Now I'm going back and forth, making sure the entire area is covered. Now in my head, I'm counting each pass I'm doing. I'm gonna shoot for about 3 passes just to see. All right. Perfect. For a wipe off, you can use either towel you'd like. Our fan favorite here is of course the Creature Edgeless. So that's what we're gonna use today. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So go ahead and repeat this process for the rest of the panels, and we'll see you over here for step 3. Prepping the panel. Now, prepping the panel is a very important process. It is the final step before ceramic coating your car. This step is important because it removes all of the oils, the compounds, whatever is left on the surface before you go to apply your ceramic coating. In today's video, we're using Armor Detail Supply ceramic coating. So of course, we're gonna use Armor Detail Supply's panel prep. Now, it is very important to stick with that manufacturer's ceramic coating prep. Sometimes they use special ingredients with their panel prep solution, and it makes the bond a lot easier. And that can be the difference between your ceramic coating bonding to the paint or not bonding to the paint. Now, this is a pretty straightforward step, but I'll show you how to use it anyways. So we've got our panel prep here, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the surface. I don't wanna introduce anything else onto the surface, so I've got a nice fresh rip and rag. And you can see here, I'm putting quite a bit of product on the surface, and that's okay. And that's exactly what I wanna do. So I'm gonna let this work here for about 15 to 10 seconds or so, just to break down any of those oils on the surface. One thing I would do if you haven't already is throw on a set of gloves. You're gonna wanna make sure you have them on for the ceramic coating. You don't wanna introduce any of your hand oils or any other oils onto the surface or onto your fresh towel. So it's been about 15 seconds here. I'm gonna go ahead and mop up this panel prep. So I'm going in nice kind of straight motions here, and it's gonna be a little tacky, but that is okay. And I am looking and making sure everything is nice and smooth. There's no huge lines or anything like that. This panel prep does have a high alcohol solution in it, so it's going to flash off, meaning that all of these solvents in it are going to kind of disappear and kind of leave us with a streak-free finish, so there's nothing left on the surface, getting rid of those oils and everything. And as same as before, go ahead and repeat this on all of the panels here, and we'll jump back here for step 4, ceramic coating. For today's ceramic coating of choice, we're utilizing Armor Detail Supply quartz coating. You can expect about 2 to 3 years out of the ceramic coating itself. Let's jump into the application. For the application today, we're using the TRC No Soak applicator. The reason we use this is it has a little barrier in there so it doesn't waste any ceramic coating, so you have more coating left for any other projects down the road. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack the seal here and get this going. I'm gonna go ahead and prime our pad here with 3 small lines. You can see 1, 2, and 3. So this pad is primed. From now on, I'm not gonna have to add a lot of product on the surface, just a few drops here and there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make an X on the hood, and that is going to be my wet line. So right here, go in half, and that is my wet line. Now I'm gonna move along the edges and box in the edges. I'm applying very light pressure on here, not a ton of pressure at all. Now with my edges boxed in, I'm gonna go ahead and use small overlapping circles, just like I'm applying wax. Now I'm utilizing some reflections from the light just to kind of see where I'm applying. And as you apply, you're gonna kind of see a haze on the surface, and that is totally normal. That is you applying the ceramic coating on the surface. Now kind of work it in, make sure it gets on all of the surface here. It's on the surface here, and now you're gonna wanna let the coating set up. Depending on your temperature and humidity, it can be anywhere between 1 to 5 minutes. So you're gonna be looking for small unified sweat beads on the surface, and then you'll know it is time to wipe up the ceramic coating. So it's been about a minute, minute and a half or so here in the garage. It's lower humidity, so not too terrible, and it is ready to be wiped up. Now I've got my first towel here. It is a fresh ribbon rag. These are perfect for ceramic coatings. Got my ribbon rag here, and I'm gonna use small circular motions and buff it off down here to remove any of that ceramic coating off. Just like we applied it, we're gonna remove it that same exact way. So when you remove it, it's going to feel a lot slicker. It's just like when you clayed the car. You're gonna feel a little bit of resistance, especially once you first put the towel on the surface, but that is totally normal. But once you continue to wipe, you're definitely gonna feel the slickness. So first towel is down. Now we're gonna take our second towel, and you can use another ribbon rag, or you can jump over to something a little bit more plush. This is the Eagle 500. This is our insurance towel to make sure that there's nothing left on the surface, and the plush fibers are gonna make sure that there is no scratches that are gonna be left on the surface. Sweet, and this is super slick and nice and protected, and it's only going to set up from here. Now we are ready for the final step of the process.
Hey guys, Anthony the Rag Company, chiming in to let you know about TRCMA, the Rag Company Media Access Event. This is one of the biggest detailing events of the year, and it's gonna be happening from March 30th through April 2nd at the Rag Company YouTube channel. And so we're gonna be bringing in some of the biggest detailing brands in the industry under one roof to present all day long to show you some awesome detailing tips, tricks, techniques, as well as showcase new products. And we also happen to be running one of our biggest detailing sales at theragcompany.com. So again, March 30th through April 2nd, don't miss out, mark your calendars. We'll see you then.
Congratulations, you made it to the final step of the ceramic coating process. That is the inspection step. For this step, we're going to check the car to make sure that there's not any high spots or any missed areas around the entire vehicle. I like using the inspection light, but you can also pull it out straight into the sunlight to make sure there's no high spots or any weirdness in the paint going on. A high spot on the paint is when a ceramic coating dries on the surface without properly being wiped up. The high spot appears very hazy and doesn't look like the rest of the car and is very, very noticeable, but sometimes it can hide in certain shadows. But don't worry, it is super simple to fix. What you're gonna do to fix that is go ahead and polish, prep, and recoat that area. So with that being said, with this ceramic coating specifically, we're gonna wanna wait 12 hours before we introduce it to the elements. So if you can keep it inside overnight, that is of course preferred. Now you're not gonna wanna wash your car for at least a week to give that coating as much time as possible to set up and harden. And after that week, when it's fully hardened and ready to go, you can reference the video that we made on this car on how to wash your car properly so you're not scratching it up and you have the most longevity out of this ceramic coating. Hopefully that answered any of your ceramic coating questions. If you have any more, make sure to drop them down in the comments down below. We'll make sure to answer those for you. If you have any other questions or want to watch any more videos on ceramic coating your wheels or your glass, check them out at the end of this video. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure to press the like button down below, subscribe down below if you're brand new, and we'll see you in the next video.